And we're
Holy shit,
rolling.
we're back.
And we're
Look who's
back.
here. We have we
We
have
unlocked the sun.
all the characters are unlocked today. What's up, guys?
Apparently the views were enough.
Happy, Happy New Year.
Is it happy? What, Chinese New Year's?
And a New Year. All right, you guys
coming,
want to
it's
talk
coming.
about? You guys want to talk about the kits you're wearing today?
All right, Hassan, why don't you start off? You got the newest kid, technically.
I went to the nearest bottle convention and they had this for sale, so I just picked it up.
Chinese furniture store.
There you go.
Man, Hassan, I didn't know Poland Spring was in the business of selling shirts.
Yeah, I love that shirt, man. It's a nice shirt. I don't know. You guys have mixed opinions about it.
What year is that, Hassan? Tell us about it. Tell us about the shirt.
I think it's from last year, 2023.
Was it?
You from the Euros?
Yeah, I think this is the one they wore in the Euros.
Did they?
I think that was before. That definitely looks like it was from before, but
Is this the World Cup kit there?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to England, but this is a 1920 Juve shirt, the Palace
1920.
edition.
1920.
1920. Oh yeah.
Like during the Prohibition days.
Yeah, I know. A little bit of an extra retro. No, 2019, 2020.
Yo, is that the one
season.
they made with Ronaldo, like the special edition?
It is,
No,
yeah.
That's the one they made with Mussolini.
Oh,
The 1920 edition.
Don't worry, the heritage.
Oh, that's real heritage there. Yeah. Sure.
Well, speaking of the other side of the Italian line, Alex, what about you?
I'm wearing the tribute jersey to actually.
wait! Hey,
Whoa! Keep your shirt on.
Who we got here?
Oh, Diego. Listen.
Yeah. Cut this part out. This is our OnlyFans is down in the description.
I figure I might as well give you the both sides of the story.
You could have just turned around, right?
You could have
Yeah, I
stood
know.
up and we. I didn't know you like taking clothes off on video.
That player edition. Look how tight it is on my arms.
Yeah, because you're fat. Get a bigger size.
But yeah, a nice tribute to a big legend. That's all I gotta say.
I'd agree.
And I think Napoli was in Champions League.
It's funny you bring up Maradona. He cooked England back in the day. Pretty good.
And I think the refs cooked England back that day.
A little bit of volleyball or NBA. I don't know, whatever he was playing, but that definitely wasn't football.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, a nice little intro. So back to Champions League. It seems like just last week we talked about Match Day 6, even though it happened way back then. But here we are, Match Day 7.
Well, we caught up to the time scale.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
unfortunately, we were not able to go to these games.
Oh yeah, we're working with a limited budget here. We don't have.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Us here.
Yeah, people got kids, wives, mortgages.
Got bills to pay like Kvaratskhelia.
Speaking of what we were saying, he's gonna play against Man City, but he's not allowed to until the knockouts.
He's not eligible.
Exactly.
Since you brought it up, let's talk about that game, PSG City. That was
what a collapse!
What a collapse! Yo, Hassan, what do you want to talk? You want to say anything about Pep Guardiola recently?
Yeah, I was gonna say the game was a collapse, just like Pep's marriage. So it was going strong for 30 years, and then second half just went downhill.
Going back to the game.
I mean, realistically, PSG played much better overall. Yes, Man City got those.
No, first half they did not play good, Edgar. Come on.
I did see the game, man. Honestly, I'm not saying Man City didn't play super well either. There was again foreshadowing almost. There's that free kick where Jean Neves almost got this guy's 5'7", getting the header in the back post. Nobody picked him up, and guess what? Scored the identical goal in the second half.
You know who else is 5'7" and scored between two defenders back in 2009?
Who?
I don't know.
That was before my time.
I have a short-term memory. I don't remember that.
You talk about that first half, they didn't play great, but they could have been up 1-0. That offside goal that was
Oh yeah, when Hakimi scored that goal, exactly. On one hand, I do like the automated offside, but man, that was a couple of millimeters off the knee.
Dude, they're literally calling offsides when guys' kneecaps are offsides. Like it's getting ridiculous.
I know, but on the other hand, I much prefer this than whatever everybody else is smoking in the other leagues.
But you know what's funny? Actually, I randomly came across this yesterday. Apparently, they voted in Norway to scrap VAR. The fans hated it so bad, then like they got together and using a democratic process, they somehow voted to get rid of VAR. So maybe
They have that in Europe? I didn't know that.
in
They
Norway,
have a democratic process?
Democratic process.
I was not aware of this.
Was Pep aware of that?
But realistically speaking, okay, I know a bit of a sidebar on VAR, but VAR is good. It's just that the implementation by these organizations is complete trash. Let's be honest. I don't think the technology is bad.
Opioids are good too, but people get addicted to painkillers.
All right. On that note, let's go back to the Man City game.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
So,
don't worry about it. I wasn't trying to say anything. Man City.
Yeah, even though City went up 2-0, they didn't look like they were in control when they went up 2-0. It was.
But to be fair though, when they scored those 2 goals back to back, you maybe felt like PSG is going to collapse. But honestly, what a good comeback.
Especially on the weekend when I think they trashed one of the lesser teams in the Premier League.
Oh yeah, they beat like Ipswich Ipswich 6-0 or something.
Yeah, 6-0. Ipswich.
Yeah, but I mean, like when they went up 2-0 on PSG, something was telling me that was not the final say in that game. Because usually when it goes up by 2 goals, they're just gonna keep going. But it felt like they weren't confident in themselves. They just kind of like stopped to. They like second guess themselves when they score goals. You know what I mean? Like they don't look confident.
Yeah, I agree with that. Listen, PSG, like Barcola was torching the defenders. Dembele actually made a pretty big difference in the second half.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think everything fell in line for PSG.
So with Kvaratskhelia coming in for the playoffs, what's going to happen to Barcola? Because they play the same position. How are we going to deal with that?
Well, you paid $70 million for a guy. I mean, euros, whatever they paid.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if maybe they'll try to play Kvaratskhelia on the right, but that's not his strong.
So what about Usman?
Yeah, but Usman Dembele, man,
I don't know what the fuck Usman plays. He plays vibes. He
plays on the bench half the time. Okay,
honestly, he's a vibe. I don't know. He should not be even a.
Honestly, if I'm Luis Enrique and Barcola is doing, he's honestly looks like the second coming of Mbappe. I wouldn't want to restrict his minutes.
That's what they maybe you play Kvaratskhelia a bit centrally because what PSG does most of the time is their striker, because they don't use Gonzalo Ramos that often. They play their lead Kang in or somebody else who's kind of like a false 9. So maybe he's going to try to put Kvaratskhelia down the middle, possibly.
He's going to play.
But yeah, I agree with you. Like you do not want to like displace Barcola. This man's on fire. He's getting you goals. He's getting you assists. Why change it?
He's in form right now. You give the. I think he reminds you of Lookman almost. Like he on that left side, he gets the ball, takes players on. He's really active with it.
Unless there's like a second reason for them, maybe like PSR or like something like that. Some kind of financial thing where maybe they're going to try to move Barcola on to generate some cash flow.
Where PSG don't need money. They got a bunch of money.
PSR is an English thing. That's not a French thing.
Yeah, but FFP, whatever.
Yeah, that's stupid. Is selling homegrown players to make a that's an English thing. Fuck the English. We're gonna talk about that. But
hey,
all right, in that case, no argument there.
Lock character, man.
What are you doing, man?
But one last thing though, I want to say in that game before we move on. Man City now, in order for them to make the playoffs, they have to beat Bruges at home. Any other result means they're out. Can they beat Bruges at home?
I fucking hope so. I hope Pep can,
Bruges has got a point against Juve. And they also beat Aston Villa earlier in the campaign.
I hope Pep can put aside his fucking divorce and get his shit together. I'm sorry that he lost all his money in the divorce.
Listen,
but,
at the moment that we're recording, Man City did just beat Chelsea pretty well. So I think, especially because they picked up new players like Marmouche from Frankfurt. They picked up that Kusanov guy from, I forgot, Lens.
Well, Marmouche can't play in Bruges, remember, because he's eligible for the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So in that case, even then, I still think they have enough firepower to get through Bruges. I don't think Bruges is a particularly... at home, I think their record is decent, but I don't know.
Remember, they were up 3-0 against Feyenoord at home. What happened then? So even if they tie, they don't go through. They have to win. So if you tell me... If Bruges loses to them, they pretty much swap places. So Bruges will be out and Man City will be in. If I'm Bruges going in there, I'm parking 3 trains. I don't care what it takes.
Just put all your players in front of the goal. Just block the goal.
This is line them up, bro. I'm getting a point out of Etihad. I'm leaving with a point.
All right. I mean, I think it's possible, but we'll see. We never know.
Anyways, let's talk about a better game. Benfica Barca.
I think that was the game of the week for different reasons.
It's funny. Like Benfica should have buried Barca, but they ended up losing, and it's. I don't know, maybe a bit disappointed. And it was good for us. That was a great game, but in terms of for Benfica, disappointing, man.
Both keepers are
chances.
smoking something. Both Szczesny and Luna. I mean,
we all know Szczesny was smoking. I don't know about that.
I mean, Szczesny smokes all the time. Locker room, on the field.
Honestly.
Szczesny came back from the dead, and now he's playing like a zombie out there.
I don't even know why they picked him up. Like I should have brought this up. Like why did we need to pick up? I get it, Ter Stegen's hurt, and the backup goalkeeper is not a good. You can't find a guy from La Masia. Your
hold on.
academy.
Wait, in the league, was that Peña? Who's the keeper?
Whatever. Some reserve keeper. Why can't he play Champions League? It's probably better than fucking Szczesny.
You talk about Javier Peña?
The
goalkeeper?
We're not talking about Calcio anymore.
No, but you're right though. I think bringing Szczesny from the back was from the dead was kind of a weird deal, and now we're seeing like why it's backfiring on them because he's just terrible.
I mean, listen, as a shot stopper, he's not bad, but if we're going by the modern football thing where you need to kind of play out the back and pass, he's not it.
No, dude, it's not even playing out the back. Just don't run 30 yards and take out your defender.
I don't know why.
No, but yeah, that's the demands of modern football where you have to sweep the ball, you have to act as like another player as a passing option. So goalkeepers aren't just tending their boxes; they're actually going out and trying to be part of the play, which is why he got caught out.
So what was he trying to sweep?
He's trying to sweep the ball into the back of his net.
No, he's trying to sweep the guy off the fucking field.
I think he should have got a red card. They should have sent him off.
Yeah. What about Benfica keeper Trubin when he nailed Dembele in the head?
Nah, he nailed Rafinha in the head and then bang. Where do you get Dembele from?
I thought that was I was watching the wrong game. Wait, he plays for PSG. Never mind.
Yeah. You're watching wrong winger.
You're watching the wrong year.
I'm still watching 2018. The guy just nails him in the head. Rafinha knows nothing about it. Like, it's a goal?
It's a goal? I'll take it.
No, but honestly, it's a pretty big collapse considering they were up at 1.31 right at the end of the first half. They had chances, and I don't know, letting Barca back in and then honestly, I don't know if the last goal should have counted. I think it was a foul.
It was a penalty on the other side.
It was a penalty on the other side.
Listen,
as much as I support Barca, there was a penalty on the other side, and a counterattack should have never been allowed.
No, because in the game, Lamine Yamal got a penalty, and that was softer than the penalty that should have been for Benfica on the other side.
Yeah,
so that's bad refereeing.
That counterattack was just
UEFA alone is back.
UEFA alone? Yeah, they're funding that UEFA account, making sure the payments are going out regularly.
Yo, you know what's funny? I actually saw that Chelsea-Barca game from 2008-9 a couple days ago. The highlights game. The ref just completely turned the other way every time it was a foul.
Michael Ballack and Drogba is yelling at him. He's just like, what? What'd you say?
He's like, I don't speak English, man.
That was the biggest robbery I've ever seen in my life.
That was highway robbery.
Bro, they should have had 3 pens in the first half.
But yeah, Barca should have had both Piqué and Puyol sent off. I don't know, half the team should have been sent off, and there should have been 4 penalties.
What a shit show of a refereeing performance that was.
Anyways, let's talk about a different shit show called Bayern Munich.
I'm telling you, German Burnley.
What happened to them in Rotterdam in the Netherlands? That was it was weird because Bayern are having a decent season in the league, but you watch them in the Champions League, they look lost half the time.
I don't know. I feel like in the league they are, and mostly I don't think they're having a great season in the league, but they're comparatively speaking to all the other teams right now in the league, in the Bundesliga, they're doing well. In the Champions League, it feels like Company has enough about him to maneuver around the Bundesliga, like in terms of tactics and the players that he has, but it feels like he does come up short in the Champions League and throughout many of the games.
Why is that though? They have the same players. You know, they're running the same tactics. Well, why do you
Listen,
think that is?
there are some things happening behind the scenes. There is, of course, some,
What?
well, there's
the
there's the contract situations where like, yeah, okay.
Are they being affected by Pep's divorce?
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody's being affected by Pep's divorce.
Honestly, man, what's going on?
Yo, wait, that's smart. Teta's playing bad, company's playing bad. Yeah, they're all just used to be Pep's friends, man.
Listen,
It's a
maybe they're
domino
scared.
effect.
Maybe what if their wives come after them and take half their money, man? You
Yeah,
never know.
they should do a Hakimi.
I mean, yeah, they should. They should do
Yeah. Listen, do a Hakimi, man. No, but regarding Bayern Munich, realistically, there's the political situation of the contracts. Kimmich, there's Davies. There's kind of this weird thing in the midfield where I don't know if they're actually getting anything out of their midfield very much. The wingers are on and off. Like Olise has been great. Okay, Kane putting the goals, but honestly, Kane comes up short in the Champions League. At least that's what it feels like this season.
That's every year with him. That's nothing new.
Like, yeah, okay, he scores 3 against Bochum. Who cares?
That's Kane's career in a nutshell.
I was reading about Davies. Apparently, he raw dog his ex's friend or something.
Then his girl.
Yeah, is this like a TMZ podcast?
Since we're on that top, wasn't his girl? She's a professional player too. I think
No,
she
so
plays
what
for.
happened is that this affected his performance too. He was with this Canadian girl, right? And apparently he broke up because he cheated on her with her friend, and now they're engaged.
Yeah, well, listen.
It's drama, bro. It's drama.
Fonzie wanted to.
Yo, guys, the TMZ podcast down in the description. Check it out.
Follow my
I love talking about that stuff. It's spicy.
No, but hey, listen, that's affecting him because apparently he was on the way out too. They're saying that Davies might be going to Real Madrid. They've been talking about it since the summer.
No, Madrid don't take cheaters.
No, but honestly, credit to Feyenoord though. Like a lot of the goals were just at least I think it was the first one, was it like just very route one. Just a long ball over the defender, knocked off Kim Min-jae, slotted into the back of the net. Was it Jimenez?
The Korean guy?
No. The Kim Min-jae is the Korean guy, but the striker for Feyenoord was Jimenez.
Jimenez, yeah. Well, we know Bayern can defend. We already established that.
Wait, is that the Jimenez from Wolves?
No.
Well, he's Mexican. Different Jimenez.
The different Mexican Jimenez.
That guy's Mexican too. What is wrong with you?
This is a young one. This old one.
Yeah. No, not Raul Jimenez from he plays for Fulham now. Yeah.
Okay.
So the guy's name is Santiago Jimenez.
Santiago Jimenez, yeah.
Okay. Different Jimenez.
Yeah, the different Mexican one.
Same country, but different.
No, but that's what I mean. It's kind of a description of what Bayern Munich is. Like, yeah, okay, they get it done in the league, but it feels like in the Champions League, I don't know. I think it's a combination of tactics, poor team composition. Their midfield isn't just, I don't know, it's not working like it used to before.
I think it's just companies' incapabilities to lead a team. I don't think he was ever a good manager. I don't think he should have got the Bayern job.
I think he has a good football philosophy. I just don't think he's able to execute on that philosophy.
Does he has? Like, please enlighten me. Enlighten me on company's philosophy.
Listen, I'm gonna get you a whiteboard next time, and I'm gonna put like little magnetic things so I can start moving players around.
Apparently, you know a lot about Bayern's political situation, so enlighten me.
Well, Bayern political situation, they're always FC Hollywood, always the nickname.
What's his tactical philosophy?
Okay, some of your most important players that you think are going to be your captains, like Kimmich, are on the verge of leaving because of political infighting. Your left back that is going to be leaving on. Huh?
I was asking about tactical analysis.
Oh, tactical analysis? He's trying to play out the back with players who can't fucking do it. The midfield's fucking dog shit because they're either the players are academy players or just completely incompetent. Half the midfielders old. Like Goretzka's getting on with age. Sure, he scored a brace like 2 game weeks ago, but who cares? Half the wingers suck. Olise is okay, but still gelling. Kane plays a fucking CDM half the time. So tell me, what's happening? Yeah, okay, it's supposed to be this high pressing, pass the ball quickly, score a bunch of goals. It's kind of Burnley. It's dog shit. It's fucking dog shit. The idea is great. So
is it on
if
the
you have Real
manager?
Madrid, maybe he'd play better. But it's
No,
dog shit.
is it on the manager or the players?
Both.
It's more managers than the players. You could play different. You should be able to adapt to the players that
Trust
you
me,
have.
those players, none of those players can even lace the boots of any of the actually good Bayern Munich teams.
Anyways,
Yeah, exactly.
that was a
Exactly.
fun little discussion. I think that's enough talk about Bayern. I think we'll still cover them when they have bigger games coming up. For now they remain dysfunctional in the Champions League. Let's just call it that.
They're dysfunctional teenager
I want to talk about a very
with daddy issues.
okay. Anyways, as I was saying, I want to talk about a dysfunctional game in the Champions League between Atleti and Leverkusen.
No,
That was a dog fight.
wait a minute, that wasn't
dog-
dysfunctional. That was
That
very
was a dog
functional.
fight. That was a
Nobody
dog
was
fight.
functioning.
It was like a bar brawl.
Bro, remember? I don't know if you guys know this. Remember that American quarterback Michael Vick? He had that dog fighting ring, and he got locked up for it. That's what that game was. There was a bunch of dogs in a dog pit.
So you saying Simeone's gonna get locked up for the dog fight he's trying to start?
Tell me not. He's just telling his players to like fight people instead of play football.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, Simeone is starting to tick me off at this point because they don't want to play football. They come out, things go wrong, and they're like, "All right, let's fight. That's it. Drop your glove. Drop your pants,
Honestly.
drop your gloves. Let's start fighting." Because that's what happened. The first half was kind of cagey. Leverkusen go ahead. Then you have the red card.
I didn't even say it was cagey. I think Leverkusen was playing very well. They like Florian Wirtz had like a good attempt. There was a couple like nice balls that they were playing through, but yeah, just not a lot of end product.
In general, was pretty
So
cagey.
Plan A was working. Is that what you're saying?
Plan A was working. But that also what that game told me is Leverkusen is not going to win the Champions League because when shit gets pushed to shove and Plan A doesn't work, they're not really.
It's a try Plan A harder.
Yeah, exactly. They're not really.
No, Leverkusen's right now. It's like if Florian Wirtz can't get the ball through, or if they can't go down the wings, that's it.
What they were good for last season, scrapping results out. They're not doing this season.
It's true. It feels like the one thing that they relied a lot on last season, which is crossing the ball to big center forwards, seems like it's not really working that well this season.
Yeah. Also, what happened to the big man?
Yeah, the man you hyped up last week.
Yeah, what's his name?
The Boniface?
Boniface, yeah, he hasn't been playing.
I don't know if it's an injury or not, but I know Patrick Schick has been taking the center forward role.
Too? Wasn't there a story about him?
Yeah, everybody's having a divorce problem apparently.
No, Alex, you told me, right? Boniface was like his girl. He's trying to get married to his girlfriend, and Boniface like signed a prenup, and his girl was like, nah. And then Boniface said, I bet I'm out.
That was Boniface?
Was it Boniface?
It was Boniface.
Okay, he had a thigh injury that he just came back from.
Okay, well, maybe it was a divorce injury. Apparently, everybody's going through it, according to our local divorce expert. Hassan's not an expert on any of the leagues. He's just expert on the players' personal lives.
Hey, it's important.
Yeah.
You have to have a good mental state of mind to perform on the pitch.
But the reason why I was leaning to Boniface, I think if Boniface is healthy, this team does better.
It's true. Schick is a little bit more. Well, I actually a little bit less robust.
Tella. They don't even play Boniface. They play that. What's his name? Tella.
Tella number 9?
No. They play. It's like
Tell.
Boniface is number 9.
Yeah, but Mateus Tell was starting against Atletico.
Again, Tell us like a little bit of like a left wing / kind of a left attacking midfielder.
Yeah,
He's not really a number 9. But we're talking about number 9 here.
Their lineup against Leverkusen was Grimaldo on the left, Frimpong on the right. Teo was up top. Mateus Tell was up top, and there's Fritz behind him. They don't have anybody else attacking.
So I wonder what happened to Schick at that point, but it might have been a tactical decision. But realistically, I think Tell was, shoehorned into number 9. He's not the number 9. Usually, it's either Boniface or Schick.
Schick came on second half, but the first half they play like that.
But even then, I'm gonna credit Atletico. Like they scrapped that game out, even with the red card. They held it together. I was kind of skeptical of Julian Alvarez at some points. I didn't think he was worth the money going to Atletico, but honestly.
Yeah.
I think he
Well,
better
again,
move.
I'm not sure about how he's doing right now in La Liga. I know he scored a couple goals, but their La Liga standing is, sometimes like good. They had a good winning streak, but I think they tied last game.
Yeah, but they're only 2 points off the top, so it's not like they're doing terrible.
Right, but
Yeah, they're not
him
terrible.
personally, I know it's kind of been, here or there between their attack. But
Listen,
Yeah.
this
me
game,
personally-
well, he was able to again go behind the defender, score that goal, and then at the death to like actually have the composure to go around the keeper.
I think in La Liga their saving grace is Griezmann because that's literally their team in La Liga. But then in Champions League, he kind of disappears. So you have different, guys stepping in. But also, this game reminded me of that game they had against PSG where they were completely outplayed, but they still scrambled to get 3 points. And I feel like that's
true.
Like they're gonna get results. They're gonna win games, but the way they play is just stab
disgusting.
me in the face. Just please stab me, man. I can't watch that.
Nauseating.
Listen, what matters? They got the win, right? Doesn't matter how they play.
Yeah, I think they're
No. Listen, for them, yes, it's all that matters is 3 points. For us as people who actually watch the games, I want to bash my head into the table.
Why don't you?
Because I have self-respect.
Also, what gets me tight? Every time the final whistle blows, Simeone goes running down the tunnel. Bro, why are you such a why don't you want to shake hands? Why is this such a big deal?
Maybe he doesn't want to spread the fucking viruses that's been going around.
Well, like that takes
you know why? He's still tight that Xabi Alonso played for Real Madrid.
He's such a little twat with that. I'm like,
he's tight that they beat him in the Champions League. They won the La Liga.
Simeone is a cagey character. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
I guess he's a cunt. That's what he is.
Whoa.
Anyways,
let's talk about put it that way.
Let's talk about another.
Well, I was gonna say, there was a lot of questions on Alvarez's move to Atletico. I think he's been playing really good, and it's done good for him. He wasn't really getting minutes in City, and he's come to Atletico. He's starting and he's scoring goals.
Also, I think City lost a big player that was part of their rotation because he was producing enough for them to be
as like a backup. Yeah,
he was he was one of the 18 guys that Pep used to rotate. I think 18 is a good number because he's one of the guys that will come, if not starting cup games, that he would definitely get solid minutes in the Prem. And losing that kind of production, and honestly, they brought in Doku, but Doku's on and off. So
18 is a good number. That's what Pep needs right now.
Anyway, since we're talking about German teams struggling in this round, let's talk about Dortmund losing to Bologna. What happened with Dortmund? They've been going down for weeks now.
I think it was one of those games where Dortmund know they're through already, and they kind of came in.
Well, they haven't locked up a top 8 spot. If you mean,
they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs.
But that's an extra round. You want to skip that round?
I think it's just inconsistency. Realistically, them under Sahin, I don't know. It's like half the time they're playing really good.
Sahin anymore?
He's gone. Yeah, after his game, he's gone.
I didn't even hear about why. So
they called him and be like, listen, you stay in Bologna, you catch a flight to Turkey.
Don't get on that flight.
Don't get.
It's like they sent them a link. Here are the flights from Bologna to Istanbul.
Turkish Airlines.
That's how that went.
I didn't hear about him getting fired, but even regardless, them under Sahin, they've been very inconsistent. I think he made a lot of questionable decisions. Sometimes they were on a roll, like that Champions League final. Like they're on a roll, they're doing well, and then like he changes tactics, they completely fall apart.
Well, first of all, Sahin wasn't the coach for a Champions League final. It was Terzic.
He was?
Terzic was there, and then Terzic left. Sahin picked up.
Where the fuck are you getting your information from?
Yeah. Sahin was the assistant manager to Terzic when the Champions League final was last year. Terzic was the manager last season. And then after the Champions League final, Terzic walked out. So Sahin got hired in the summer, bro. I'm just giving you the time.
I don't usually do this, but I have to agree with the Napoli man.
I'm gonna need a VAR on that.
So fucking go check, bro. Open your Google or some shit like that. Like
fucking dumb cunt.
Whoa.
But going back to Sahin, what I was saying about Sahin is when he was getting on the flight to Italy, he had a German passport. By the time the game finished, he already had a Turkish passport. That German passport turned to a Turkish one real quick.
Yeah, they deported him.
Okay.
They called the German ice on him. Listen, that man in Bologna,
Don't let him in.
don't let him in.
That's
That's pretty funny.
But anyways, I guess
Oh.
one last game that was worth mentioning was Liverpool-Lille. You know, two teams fighting
I
for
think,
top 8. Well,
yeah,
Liverpool already secured top 8. They're top
no,
of the
they're
league, 7-for-7. Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it was
good win for
cool.
Liverpool, but they could have. Lille had some good chances, and even being down a man,
Yeah,
still pretty good.
listen, they
it's
play with
true.
their heart, and they had some chances, and it didn't go their way. It was a tightly contested game.
You know, it's like Liverpool right now. It feels like they're just squeezing by. Like some of the games, they don't particularly deserve to be winning, but
Well,
they're
and the thing
managing.
about
At least in Champions, they're
Well,
managing to find the goals and to keep enough out.
so anyways, going into match day 8, we have a very interesting look at table. So the top 8 of Liverpool, Barca, Arsenal, Inter, Atleti, Milan, Atalanta, Leverkusen. By the way, I remember Milan being in the bottom after 2 match days. For them, ever since that point, winning 5 straight. Although
climbed their way up.
they haven't been convincing in how they win, but hey, 5 wins is 5
Hey,
wins.
win's a
What
win.
was
Remember back in the
that?
day,
15 points.
a hat trick against Apuel?
Yeah.
Hat trick.
What's interesting is between place 8 and place 18 is 1 point. So you have Leverkusen, Villa, Monaco, Feyenoord, Lille, Brest on 13. Then you have Dortmund, Bayern, Real Madrid, Juve, and Celtic on 12. Oh, that dogfight for top 8 is going to be very interesting next
Yo,
week.
so do you guys think Man City will squeeze in?
I
hope,
think so.
Liverpool?
I hope not.
I mean, listen, yeah, I hope they kind of crash out, but on the other hand, I don't think Club Brugge is really gonna. Pep finally got over his divorce. It looks like so.
Did he? What did you
Maybe.
she?
Listen, she took half his money. I wouldn't be over that shit.
Yeah, that's he's gonna get a new contract right now from
He already got a new
from-
contract.
he's gonna get a newer contract.
No, apparently they gave him his contract right after his divorce was finalized, so she couldn't take the money.
There you go, smart man.
Well, that's what Miami Heat had. That's what happened in Miami Heat with Eric Spoelstra in the NBA. He was getting divorced with his wife, and the president of the president of the team, Pat Riley, was like, "Listen, finalize your divorce. I'll give you a nice new contract." Divorce was finalized. The ink dried up. My man got a new contract.
There we go.
Hey, there's some real ones out there still.
There are some real ones out there.
It's like always sign a prenup if you got something to lose.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. So, final match day: Brest host Real Madrid.
Aren't Brest in though?
Can Brest beat Real Madrid?
Is it home or away?
Home for Brest. Can they beat Real Madrid and finish in top 8?
Ooh,
Mm,
they're off by 1 point, right?
They're up by
I see
1
it.
point, and they're tied with 8th place Leverkusen on points for top 8. So I
think
mean,
they could do it.
even with the
I mean,
draw, they could probably squeeze in. Yeah.
can they? Yes. Will they? I don't know. It really feels like, even though Madrid, I still don't think Madrid is playing very well, but it feels like they are picking up steam a little bit. And
Yeah.
I don't think Brest is going to win. I mean, it's possible, but I really think, even though, like I said, I don't think Madrid's playing very well. I still think the team composition's a bit off. They're still gelling, but I think they're definitely getting their shit together. Oh, I think we lost Hassan.
He got locked again.
Yeah.
All right. One final question before we go. I'm going to give you the top 8. You're going to give me the team that's most likely to drop out of the top 8. So
Cool.
Liverpool, Barca, they already secured top 8, so obviously they don't count. Then you have Arsenal, Inter, Atleti, Milan, Atalanta, and Leverkusen. Out of these 6 teams, who's the most likely not to finish in top 8?
Who's Leverkusen playing last?
Leverkusen play. Let me just. Leverkusen should have a home game, and they host Sparta Prague.
What about Milan? Because those would be like, I would be between those two. I think Inter has enough defensively about him. Arsenal, as much as I don't like them, I think
Inter host Monaco. Milan go away to Zagreb. Dinamo Zagreb.
No, Zagreb's not going to do anything.
Atletico Madrid go to Salzburg. And
What about Arsenal?
Arsenal go to Girona. Ooh, I think they all have easy games, to be fair.
I know, right? I was going to say, like, maybe what's...
I don't
know.
think they're gonna slip out of top 8.
Maybe Atalanta, because Atalanta play away at Barca.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Camp Nou. Yeah.
What Camp
No,
Nou?
there's no Camp Nou yet.
What Camp Nou, man?
Yeah, honestly. And
Yeah,
where are you getting this information?
Yeah, I need to listen, man. They're always gonna play in Camp Nou. I don't care. You can rename the fucking stadium. You can build them a new one's Camp Nou.
No, it's not even that. It's the naming part.
They're playing.
They're not even in the
I
stadium.
know they're playing in a different stadium. I know. But I'm gonna. I don't know the name of the other stadium. I don't give a shit. It's Camp Nou.
Yo, Edgar, that's stadium discrimination.
Honestly. I don't. Yeah, good.
That's where the
Good.
women's
Fuck the
team
other
play.
stadium.
You don't care about the women's team?
The what?
That's where the women's team play. Like that's their main stadium.
Who?
You don't care about that? The Barca women's team.
Who?
Anyways,
that's like, how are you married?
On that note.
Yeah, we don't have a podcast about women's football, so I don't know where they play.
On that note,
oh my God.
Any final remarks before we sign off for today? I think that was a lot of coverage for Pep's divorce.
Yeah, Hassan, we need to come back with some extra spicy details for the next episode.
I mean, I have a lot of details, but I don't think.
Pull out the paperwork. Come in, be like, yo, she wanted this, she got this amount of money.
Well, apparently it was all due to because he signed a new contract and he wasn't able to spend more time with her. And again, who wants to stay in Manchester?
That's true, though. That place is depressing, man.
It's one of those pass-through cities. You get in, you get out.
Apparently, Pep
Watch
got
the
in
game
and
and
he never got out.
I'm speechless. I think that's a good stopping point for today. I guess we'll be back next week with match day 8. A lot of interesting games. We'll see who finishes.
We'll have more storylines for.
We'll find out if that divorce is gonna get Man City over the line or if they're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for that TMZ podcast spinoff. Hassan's gonna be hosting that.
Don't forget to check out Hassan's OnlyFans.
Well, what do you mean? You're the one running OnlyFans. Yeah, taking off your shirt.
Okay, you're the one that took it off.
Yeah, I know, right?
Got to give the fans what they want, right?
I don't think anybody asked for this.
Honestly.
Yeah, you didn't get my. Yeah, you didn't ask my consent.
Listen, did your wife approve this message?
Anyways, I think we're leaving for today. On that note,
do we need to talk about? Your wife is
yo, just cut him out, man.
Have a good night.